What's up, Union Arena players? This is Kyle D, better known as Universities, and today we are having a market watch for none other than One Punch Man's release. So without further ado, let's dive in the video and talk about it. So guys, if you want to help support the channel with no extra cost, please use the affiliate link down below. It costs you nothing to support the channel, and it's just a great way of doing it while you're checking out cards that you are always ready going to be paying for. So without further ado, let's get into it. First off, let's take a look. Terrible Tornadoes are sitting at none other than $12 a pop, especially a lot better than the $20 it was sitting at. So if you guys are looking for some great prices on Terrible Tornado, I think it's not a bad pickup. I think a lot of One Punch Man is going to be looked at underrated, and that's fine. Do that. Let them sleep on One Punch Man, and then when this set really pops off, you know they're going to regret it later. So something to think about, actually. Now, again, we do have Hellish Blizzard sitting at $10 as well, going down. I mean, if it's going to keep continuing this trend and they become really, really cheap, I recommend picking up the Hellish Blizzard and the Terrible Tornado deck because it's actually quite fun. It plays in a unique style of play that, again, we haven't really seen in Union Arena yet. Even in JP, it plays extremely different. Being able to access your options is huge, right? I think that is very much an important skill. So at the end of the day, have a lot of potential to go with. Now, again, we have Saitama, even one of the decks that are classified probably one of the best decks for Saitama. I mean, yellow in general right now is because One Punch Man yellow has so much going for it. It plays on a lower curve. Being a 5 is their kind of top end is really important to take a look at. And especially because it does have access to early aggression and it leads to being some great value. But, you know, being a $8 card is nothing to scoff at, to be honest with you. Now, taking a look at Genos is under $7, which is perfectly fine. You have only a few under the 7 and then it gets right back to 9s pretty quickly. So at the end of the day, if you guys are looking up paying some money for the One Punch Man stuff, I think you wouldn't go wrong if you are starting off with yellow. And again, control decks using some sort of way of controlling the game is super important. Now, taking a look, you do have King One Punch Man here. This one is for the green boys. This showed me an opening that I wasn't expecting. I actually was undervaluing green One Punch Man for multiple reasons, right? I wasn't expecting it to be consistent, but I realized that you played in such a different way of strategizing in the like it's big brain almost. You don't actually take opponent's life right away. To be honest with you, you just let it go. King's going to do what it needs to control the board, and you just keep controlling the board until they have very little resources because, again, they don't have an innate way of drawing cards on their own. They're mostly banking on triggers to somehow fill their hand, right? So if they are burning their resources too early and they basically get their board wiped a few times, it ends up really setting yourself up as you are building up to this big Saitama. You know, this leads into multiple things, right? So at the end of the day, I think King Saitama is a very powerful deck. And again, I'm going to adjust my ratios personally to make sure it lives up to the tail. Now, again, we do have Saitama One Punch Man for $3 going down, which is okay. $3 to $3.50. I mean, he's going to be scary, and a lot of people will wake up and realize how scary this deck is. And again, watching this deck live on Wednesday night was an eye-opener of how it was played and everything like that. And I'm really excited to see where it develops into the meta. Even if it doesn't hold a candle into tier 1, if it just holds in like tier 2 or tier, God forbid, 1.5, I will say the deck lived up to hype. Now, again, you have Garu here. Garu is another interesting playstyle, taking in the account that you are sidelining. Your goal is to get to 15, and then you're live for this whole deck. So you're going to be self-milling to kind of just achieve this, right? So with Garu being able to apply pressure, just being able to, when played, you know, 1 AP if you do choose up to 1 character on your opponent's front line with BP equal to or less than this character's BP and sideline it. Not a bad trade-off, right? So at the end of the day, we are sitting at, you know, $3.50, $4. Again, this does come in the territory of just wait and see. I think Garu is a very powerful deck, and I think a lot of people are underestimating its worth. Now, Metal Bat is another deck that I think this is just normal color acquisition with a game like this. Most of the time when you see green in most other card games, Bandai related specifically, green is your more budget powerhouse, right? A lot of people just don't like green's playstyle for some reason, so they kind of skip out on it. But being a $2 card for Metal Bat, and I think with the right person under the right pilot, this deck can be scary. I think none of the One Punch Man decks are really bad in this current format because we have a smaller pool, right? If you look at JP though, it's a different minefield, right? So they're gonna tell you it's a bad set in generalization, but to us, this is probably one of our more powerhouse sets, and it's just because we get full access to it early. So being like $2, like even Garu's being $3.50 is ridiculous to me. So something like that matters. Now, taking a look at Silver Fang One Punch is $2.75. Another option that does see play because he is a big booty. With him being big booty 45, most threats don't get through him very comfortably, and being able to help mill, which is the strategy you want to do in the deck, I think having this thing at $2.75 at 3, there's nothing too crazy about it, but I really do like that it is a super affordable color. Now again, you have Speedo Sonic, another deck that I think a lot of people are sleeping on right now. Even I tested it. The deck goes crazy. Even though you don't play many self-milling cards, I think at the end of the day, Speedo Sonic is just one of those decks that can just get there, apply pressure. Being able to multi-attack is stupidly strong. So being like $2.73, like a $3 card, is nothing to scoff at. And again, if players kind of just break the format and Speedo Sonic kind of just rampages through the rare battles, maybe it might matter. So taking a look, Speedo Sonic, the 2 AP version, this is another one that just comes in ready to attack off the bat, which is huge pressure. And being able to, let's say you have 3 energy to work with. You bring out 2 AP Speedo Sonic first, you play probably a 0 in your trash onto the field, and then you just raid the Speedo Sonic. Now you basically guaranteed, if you have a Speedo Sonic in the energy line, you just guaranteed that you are now applying pressure by multi-attacking at least 1, 2, 3 attacks. And usually if that is the case, most of the opponents are, if they're not set up correctly, you are now clearing out a lot of their life for that. So it's kind of cool to see. The deck has a lot of potential, but being like a $1.75, like $3 card, nothing to scoff at. Now taking a look at the Saitama Super Rare 1-stars, they're up to 21s. I noticed that people were having these like at $80. This is why you don't buy pre-sales. You know, 21s and stuff like that. Even I tried to bait it out. I mean, if people really needed the card, they needed it, but I sold it in the $20 range comfortably. Garu's Super Rare 1-stars are at 19s. Just another thing, again, if you guys are looking for it, I think these are probably one of the most cheapest star values, right? Now you have Terrible Tornado commons. They're at 24s. Waifu Tax is going to hold her strong, so there is a small paywall in the 24, 25 range, but then it goes up to 31s again. So I think a lot of players have yet to get their full allocation yet and hasn't started listing everything. Now you have Siryu. Siryu here is an $8 card. Just a nice 0 draw card. It's up to you if you want to be playing it. $8 is nothing to scoff at. Now taking a look at Hellish Blizzard 2-stars. I was strong at 245. We had one sale at 250, but to be honest with you, I think if you guys are looking to move these things, maybe list it at 200 or hold on to it. Again, waifu is one of those exceptions to the rules for SIGs and stuff like that. That means they hold long-term value. Now taking a look, Terrible Tornado 2-stars at $100, at $200. Again, one person bought it. It's occasionally it does pop off, but at other times it doesn't. So again, it is coming down, so maybe wait it out. Now again, you have King Super Rare 1-star at 20 bucks. Holding strong there, has a small 20 bucks paywall and then goes back to the 27s comfortably. Now, again, wow, rude. Rude. Excuse me. Rude. You want to stop? Hey, it stopped right there. So king, 20 bucks. Now, Silver Fangs, our super rare 1-star, is at $16. Again, I think for budget-wise, green is always undervalued in color. So you're definitely going to be waiting these out just a little bit more, but you can pick them up at a very exceptional price. So I wouldn't pick up the super rare 1-stars yet. Anything that's basically regular super rares, I would pick up. Those prices are actually phenomenal. But if you want to wait it out for your super rare max rating, unless you have willing to drop all these prices, I mean, you know, there is a wall at the $16 mark, and then it bumps up to 20s pretty quickly after that. Now, excuse me. Now, we do have Moomin Rider Rare. It's at the $16.50. Yeah, it's very commonplace, but at the end of the day, if you're playing it, it's another max rarity piece, right? Now, Garu Rare 1-star is at 18s, going down. I expect Garu stuff actually to tank further, so if you're trying to max rarity, just wait it out. Baros is a rare at $14.50. You're definitely going to go down more. I don't see a lot of players hyping up the Baros Garu deck, or even Baros in general. Now, again, Watchdog Man Uncommon. I am surprised this isn't like a $100 card, just because people want to push it like that. But Uncommon, $10 card. Goes right to 11, but again, kind of funny card. Now, Genos Rare 1-stars are at 18s, so that's not a bad card for its price, especially because, you know, it is mainly in here for the Saitama shenanigans. So at the end of the day, you're at $18.50. Not bad. Now, again, you have Speedo Sonic Super Rare 1-stars are at $17. I mean, I got my 2. I might hold on a lot longer for these and maybe pick up some more because I'm actually really liking the Speedo Sonic deck. I don't know if I'll max rarity it. Now, your Garu Super Rare 2-stars are at $175. No sales. Just wait this one out. Definitely, if you maybe might shoot up somebody that just says, hey, 100 bucks? Sure. I think you can snag these for 100 comfortably. Saitama Super Rare 2-star, you know, green Saitama, $420. Nobody's buying it though, so I don't expect it to move very comfortably. So just wait this out. Now, Puri Puri Prisoner, $9. I don't see it even seeing play, so you have nothing to worry about. Now, Saitama 3-stars are $1,050. Nobody's buying them, so I would wait it out. The most commonly seen is these should be brought down to more like Ichigo 3-star level, so just keep that in mind. Now, Mosquito Girl rares are at 25s. I expect her to go down. Nobody's really picking her up. Again, it's one of those hit or miss. I don't think a lot of people are eyeing red this set. Now, Hush Blizzard Uncommons are at 28s for the 1-stars, and then goes right to 30 pretty quickly. Some people have picked up, it looks like, for 29s, but don't fall for it. Hush Blizzard rares are at 32 for the 1-stars. 38s, yeah. Now, again, we have Atomic Samurai Rare 1-star. This is $7.50. It's an option. Now, Genos Super Rare 2-stars are at 200 bucks. Nobody's buying, so definitely maybe try to shoot for 150 and you'll probably see some movement. Flashy Flash Uncommons, $11. Hey, not bad for Flashy Flash. Terrible Tornado Rares are at $20 a pop, 21s. Now, you do have Terrible Tornado release winners are at 20 bucks. People are picking these up at their personal convenience. I think it's got some potential, especially in the hero decks, and just Terrible Tornado is just a good card. You know, just a participation though. It's looking like $4 a pop. Nothing too crazy. But all in all, guys, this is the Market Watch. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.